I wanted to ask you, according to you, what can we do daily to improve the quality of our life? In the Micka Show, we highlight practical methods to create a meaningful impact in our personal and professional life. Thanks for joining us today, and let the show begin.
I think fundamentally for me, the single most important thing we can do is get to know ourselves better. I think a lot of people who are struggling in life, a lot of people who don't know what they're doing, what they want to do, I think a lot of it is if you get to know yourself better, if you get to understand yourself better, you can really, really improve the quality of your life fundamentally, right? So yeah, I definitely recommend spending time, not just alone, but spending time researching and figuring out who are you, even thinking, right? Like nowadays, we're always busy on a phone. We always have, like, most people say, oh, I get great ideas when I shower. I'm like, yep, that's because the only time when you're not staring at some kind of device is when you're in the shower. Now, some people even have devices in the shower nowadays, but that's why you get great ideas. So if you spend more time, like one of my things is I love walking by nature. And even in Saigon, where it's not always the best walking sort of territory, but just walking and not actually having music in your head or reading things and so on can make a huge difference, right? Because just that ability to think and breathe can make a big difference for you.
It does.
You know, for me, habits are so important, and habits and routines, where build a routine that works for you, that makes you better, and stick to that. And you can slowly add more as you go. But for me, I wake up. First thing I do, I wash my face, I brush my teeth, and then I start stretching. Because if I don't stretch, I feel tight. I feel like for the rest of the day. So that's my routine. But then from there, I drink my coffee and I start doing my work right away. Don't eat breakfast, eat that later. But that's my routine. It doesn't have to be everyone's. But what I'm saying, that routine has helped me to get started with the day and be productive from the beginning. You could wake up, lay back, look at your phone, hang out, maybe turn on the TV, surf Facebook, whatever it might be, and you just lost very valuable, productive hours in your morning. Whereas if people build a routine, maybe they like meditation, maybe they drink tea instead of coffee, whatever it might be. But I think people can really benefit from building habits and routines and keeping checklists of, all right, what do I need to get done? Okay. And obviously, as you mentioned, goals and visions. Remind yourself every day what you're working towards so life doesn't get boring, complacent, and you forget where you're going.
Oh, that's a very good question that I don't think a lot of people really think about. They just try to, Kỳ cũng được.
Kỳ cũng được.
So for me, I've always had this, it's like, it's not a ritual, but it's something that I've been practicing since I was in my late teens. So it's called me time. Create a me time. This time, let me tell you, the most important person, it is not being selfish. The most important person in your life is yourself. You have to understand that. Because if you say, no, what about my partner? What about, this is selfish. No, think about it. For you to be able to love somebody else, you have to love yourself first.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't give what you don't have. So for you to care for somebody else, you have to make sure you are okay. For you to take care of somebody else. So if you create that me time, it helps you to take care of yourself, your spirituality, your personal growth. You take your time. Sometimes I just throw the phone away and just focus to just reminisce on the good times and all the good feelings, all the good vibes. And it helps me to start thinking about the next thing to do. That me time, it can be 1 hour in a day, it can be 30 minutes. You have your schedule, you have your plans for the day, but make sure every day you create a me time for yourself, time to speak to yourself, time to have a conversation with you, yourself, with just you, alone by yourself, no distractions, even if you have kids, even if you have partners. just relax by yourself. Create that time for yourself. It helps you to calm yourself down, even to quieten all the noises that surrounds you. Me time.
In conclusion, understand that you are a big magnet, that you are energy, and it's up to you to attract the things that you want. Second, concentrate on your feeling. Concentrate on your thoughts as well. Be in alignment with your heart and your mind. Step number 3, go, 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 chop, chop, chop. We don't have time. You need to go look for the people, look for the things that you need to have. You need to be aware of all the steps you need to have. But always keep in mind a positive attitude, a positive energy, and believe that what you want is on its way to you, and it's only up to you to manifest it.
So we've talked a bit about habits. I think in terms of improving your life, one of the best things you can do is implementing self-education as a habit into your life, integrating self-education into our daily lives. And we've like Google and YouTube, like endless databases of information. Any question that you have, you can type it into Google or YouTube, and within 5 seconds you'll have an answer. Like, that is insane. I really think that YouTube and Google should be as kind of pioneering, or seen as pioneering as the invention of the TV in the 1930s, right? It really is that big of an invention, in my opinion, in terms of how much of a game changer it is. And so in terms of self-educating, like, what do you want to get better at? Like, what area of your life do you want to get better at? Are you struggling with finances, right? If you're struggling with finances, okay, spend 30 minutes a day learning about budgeting, about saving, about investing, about leveling up your career so that when you enter the market, your value is higher, right? If you do that 30 minutes a day for 30 days and you take action, that's important, and you take action, you will be in a far better place in just 30 days. And every single person can do it, whatever they want to achieve, whatever they want to aspire to. I still do that every single day. I started my kind of educational journey back in 2013, 2014. Self-education. In terms of just watching educational YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, instead of maybe watching Friends on Netflix, for example. I would watch a documentary on Netflix. And again, it's the compounding effect where you're not going to notice much difference in a month, in 2 months. But in a year, if you implement self-education into your life, you will see massive changes, and the people around you will see massive changes as well.
That's very inspiring. I think I should apply this as well. You know, we all should do it. And again, one thing that I really love about your approach about life in general, like, it's a constant leveling up. We keep going. We're in this flow. It's like a river. There is always a stream. It's like never stop. Yeah. Basically, never stop, and just keep going. Stay positive, nice towards yourself, and yeah.
Absolutely. And everyone's a student, right? And everyone should still be a student, even though we've just hit a million subscribers on YouTube. I'm still learning from very small YouTubers. Like, there's still things that they're doing well. Even it could be kind of a mindset, or even like there's so many...
The makeup.
Exactly. I was going to mention that. Even coming to this show, there's so many things that I've picked up that I can then implement into my own YouTube channel and elevate that level. So yeah, everyone should continue being a student. It's a good mindset to have.
Thank you, Mike, for being so humble and so inspiring. Step number 1, be aware that you have the choice of your emotions. Step number 2, embrace the emotion. Whatever it comes, embrace it, question it, talk to it. Step number 3, redirect the emotions towards something bigger, higher, and see the progress in the way you feel. Because at the end of the day, we're not defined by our emotions. We are much more than this. But being in touch with them, being in touch with ourselves, allow us just to be happier.